What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. It is Saturday night. How is everyone doing? Um, I have decided to do things just a slight bit differently tonight, and I am just going to go old school, no topic, no special anything, just me and a canvas and you guys, and we'll see where the night takes us. All right. Um, I want to say hello to people that are already in the chat. Hi to Amber and Wendy and Wallflower. How are you guys? I am working with my same diamond painting pen that I got from Wallflower. I love this pen. It really is a very nice one. It is from C'est Plus Beau Tour, which is a French company. I like that you can see through it. I find that highly amusing. I'm using my tray from Firefly. This is the Switch. It's very bright. Hold on a second. It is the Switch Mini Max. It has a removable trash tray along with a hole in the top here that you can put your pen in so it doesn't roll away on you. And then it does have an open and open and close pour spout, which I also very much enjoy, along with a slide on lid in case you should need to flip it around, leave it behind so your cats don't get into it, whatnot. In my multi-placer right here, I am using Butterfly Effect Wear's Pearl Putty. And then in my single placer right here, I am using Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily. I love this stuff, you guys. It's basically like making your own glue dot inside of your pen, which I love. I usually will load up several of them, just tips, so I have them ready. I don't put it in my multi-placer. I haven't yet, but I will in the future. But if you're looking for Diamonding Daily, that's the symbol. Sorry, I know that's a little dark. Hold on a second. I'm gonna move the light. There we go. That is the symbol that you're looking for. If you go on to Etsy, it's www.etsy.com/Diamond Painting Daily is their store name. And I love this stuff. I keep this stuff around, and it for $11 for a container. I mean, this is all that I've used, and I use this all the time. I mean, that sucker's still pretty full. So you get your $11 worth. That is for sure. And it is the one thing that I have found that does not cause issues with my ABs. And I love that. Hello to people joining us. Della. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Mia. Hi, Bear With Me. And Chrissy. Welcome, guys. How are you doing? I hope everybody's having a good Saturday night. The piece that I am working on, and I am, as you can see, almost finished, is Loto Lunar. I don't know if you can really see this little teeny picture. Put it up there for you. Is by Ultramar, and this one is from Lazy River Crafts. Now, you can find Ultramar the artist on a couple of other sites besides Lazy River Crafts, but I'm going to say straight up and honestly that I feel like her best pieces are at Lazy River Crafts. So if you want this one, you got to go to Lazy River Crafts, but she does have pieces with, I think she's got 7 designs with Bella Art and then 1 or 2 with Jada Gem Shop. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Alice. So if you're looking to pick up your own Ultramar piece, you can get Ultramar from a couple of different places, but this one is from Lazy River Crafts. So yeah, I decided that I just wanted to do a plain old just Saturday night with you guys. I didn't want to have to read anything or prepare anything, because more or less I just wanted to work on my diamond painting, get this darn thing done, because I started this piece in June during our Wings and Anythings event that I ran. And the reason, like, normally this would take me a couple of weeks, but I've been just so kind of focused on other projects that I had that she sat and it, I'd do a square here and there, but nothing nothing too major. And I just I let other I let other projects get ahead of her. And so I tried to get some real oh, like where'd my drill go? It went over on the side. I really wanted to get some like real progress done on her. So, hi Melanie, bonsoir. Sue, hello. I'm working with her upside down right now. So if you're wondering like what in the heck's going on, I am up at the top right now, but because of the size of the canvas, I had to flip around. Um, but it's really a lovely piece. I think what I'm learning is that sometimes, like, well, it's funny because like ADHD and autism does funny things to people, right? And so I think that what happens is unless a piece can like really grab a hold of my attention like right away quickly, I might not necessarily stick with it. And I've been trying to limit the number, like just not limit, that's not the right word. I've been trying to kind of whittle down some of my older whips that have just been sitting there so that I can get some new projects going because I tend to work very, very quickly. And because of that, my like whip parades are very different every month because I've got, so many done from the month before, or I'm kitting new things up. And I don't have a limit that I want to have on my whips. That's not what I want. But I do want to work out some of these ones that have been sitting in my whips for a while so that I can feel good about putting some new pieces into the rotation. If I was to just stop working on, say, 4 or 5 different pieces at a time, I feel like I might get more finishes in a month because I'll do one piece, then do another piece, then do another piece, then do another piece, if I can keep my attention on one piece at a time. Now, that's not to say that that's what I wanna do. I don't think that that would be a wise way for me to try and, go about my diamond painting, career, just because of the way that I really like to be able to jump around, try something new, those sorts of things. So I I like to have the variety in my whips, but I want to be able to say um I've got things, like in the instead of this all the time and saying, well, yep, here's this one. I didn't do anything with it. I want to move through some of those pieces. And this was one of the ones that she'd been sitting for a while and it was time to pull her back out. And here I am getting stressed out because I have to put my mucha on hold come January until June. Oh boy. Yeah, I work so fast and I feel like if I don't like either spread it out with having more whips to do or just do them one at a time, that I'm ending up like a piece will just sit forever, Well, forever. I do have a Josephine wall. That one is a no rush project. No rushing will be allowed on that one because I'm it there's a lot to it. It's 200. It's a pretty large size piece. Um, some squares, as I've been going along, have as many as 111 colors in a single square. So I'm really not trying to rush my way through that one. I don't want to resent it. I just want to take it in, bite-sized pieces because I'd worry that if I just throw all of my focus on that one, that I'll be resentful of it, and I don't want that. It's way, way, way too beautiful of a piece to become resentful of it, so we're not gonna do that. Absolutely not. But tell me in the chat, what are you guys working on, if anything, tonight? What are you up to? Are you are you out and about for your Saturday night? Are you sitting down and diamond painting? Are you just relaxing and kicking your feet up? What do you got going on? I've been working on this one pretty steadily for the last, I would say 3 or 4 days. I've been really just focusing on this one piece. And I'm at a portion right now where I've got some good color blocking, but the portions that I was working on before, oh my gosh, so freaking confetti heavy. And it was driving me a little bit nuts. I was like, oh my gosh, can I get out of this confetti, please, for just a little bit? Because Lazy River Crafts, they do computer rendering. And so if you've worked with computer rendering, then you know it's a lot of confetti. And so you can really get yourself you feel like you're in a slog. And I think I like confetti. But I like a nice mix. And I feel like a lot of this piece has been a lot of confetti, and so I think that's part of why it wasn't one that I, like, gobbled up really fast, maybe? Alright, so what do we have? Amber's working on Long Distance Covenant again. Michelle's back on Art.Butterfly. Okay. Mia, I usually only have one whip going. I'm kidding up, said Mucha. So it's ready for Mucha Mania in November and December. Ooh, okay. I didn't know there was a Mucha event going on. I have Zodiac. And I have the Distracted by Diamonds version of Zodiac. I'm diamond painting the bat and the cat from Dak. Oh my goodness. Melanie, one of my usual, like, Diamond Queen 2020, she finished Bat and the Cat for my Wings and Anythings event, and that one took her a hot minute. That's a lot of black. So wishing you the best. Wendy's working on Rebel Princess. Oh my god, that one's beautiful. Just Kidding Up Shattered. Oh, okay, Just Kidded Up Shattered. Shattered. Is that Diamond Art Club the same artist as Deliberation? I can't remember. Working on Mischievous Delight, says Della. Chrissy says, I'm working on Christmas Cuties. Oh, from Dreamer. For my boyfriend's mom's Christmas gift. I say I'm working on it, but today is a break from Diamond Painting Day. Fair enough. Flight of the Fireflies by Randall Spangler. 24 bags of 310. Yeah, nah. A hard pass on that for me. Tarsila Neves from JGS. Oh, I have to look that up. Hold on a second. Let me take a look at that. Shattered. Jaded. Really? Jaded. Shattered. Oh, that's beautiful. Kinda creepy. I like it. Okay. Yeah, I like the creepiness of it. It's like it's like if Enis Guerrero kinda kept it lighter, you know? That's what it reminds me of, is like if Ennis Guerrero just kept it a little bit light. That's what I'm getting from it. But it's really beautiful. She's a cutie. Not that I don't like a dark imagery every now and again. Um, it speaks to my inner, goth kid from the 90s, but I think some of the issues that I end up running into with Ennis are like when she takes it just a little bit too far, goes just over the line of um I don't want to say appropriate because that's not I don't I don't judge artwork in that light. Um, but it goes just past maybe a certain kind of taste. Not not that she doesn't, yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's not that it her works are not tasteful or anything like that. It's just not to everyone else's taste. And so sometimes her artwork can take it just a little bit past that line where it might not be to everyone's tastes. Uh, and so, in an effort to not, I wouldn't want to bash what somebody else likes because there are plenty of people who like Ennis Guerrero or Diamond Art Club wouldn't be selling her. She wasn't selling any pieces. So clearly there's enough, scene goth girls or whatever that buy her, but just not really, you know, fully to my taste all the time. But apples, oh my God, apples, that one was one of my favorites, definitely. Um, I Yeah, I loved working on that one, and I sold that one, like, before I started my channel, etcetera, and actually, I'm, like, kind of sad that I did, just because, you know, I really loved working on that piece. It was my first large squares project ever, the beginning of this year. I only just started working with squares because, well, that's not totally true. My first experience with squares was like 5 years ago, but it was so that was back when quality on drills was so sketchy that I just could not work with crap drills. I couldn't do it. And even back then, like Diamond Art Club's were good. So, the quality was a lot less than it is now that they're making their own stuff and what have you. Um, so I had tried a squares kit, and sorry if you've heard this story a bajillion times already, but I had started a squares kit and it was one that my mother-in-law picked up for me on Amazon, and I loved the image. The canvas was poured glue. I had had no experience with poured glue whatsoever, and I didn't even know it was poured glue until much, much later when I understood that the, um, poured glue is typically underneath that, um, sticker sheet release paper. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's the covering. I didn't even know. I had no idea. Can you check her food, please, and thank you? Oh, Beans. Beans is starting crap again. Um, but yeah, it was a I'm sorry, not a poured glue. What the heck am I talking about? Double-sided tape. It was a double-sided tape, double-sided adhesive canvas, and I didn't know it until uh I, later, much later, and realized like, oh, hey, that is the sort of thing that they do when they're sending you something that's double-sided adhesive. And the drills, I still have some of the drills. some of the bags of drills from that. Half of them were acrylic, and then half of them were resin, and the half of them that were resin were basically garbage. And it was just a disaster. It's the first time and kind of the only time where I have just straight up thrown a project in the trash. I was just frustrated. And I didn't touch another squares kit for 4 years. Yeah. Yes. I meant double-sided adhesive. I'm just losing my mind. It's fine. But yeah, so when I finally got around to trying squares again, I chose apples. That was my first. But what happened was I started working on it and I was not prepared for Diamond Art Club's squares to be so tight, the grid to be so tight. And I was getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated. I didn't know like how to work within the sort of framework of that tight grid. And so I was like, I need more practice. So I did maybe a section because they had started their perforated plastic at that point. Um, I did a section and then I was like, all right, whoa, I need to stop. So I paused on it and I picked up a couple of paint gems and I worked on some paint gem kits. Well, there we go. I worked on the paint gems and got practice out of that. And then I picked up Paint the Moon from Diamond Art Club and worked on that one. Really, really, really enjoyed that one. So that was like my first official square, like big square, bigger, but not like a full size canvas like I would normally work on. It was like a snack size piece because Paint the Moon is teeny, and that's one of the Amazon exclusives. So I got through that. I loved it. I absolutely adored it. And then realized like my love for squares was so real now that I knew I could get some semblance of quality and not double-sided adhesive. So one, learned double-sided adhesive was not really uh, a style of canvas that I was going to be looking for on purpose. Um, I don't really purchase from like Temu or AliExpress or anything like that, but I have learned the companies that tended toward using double-sided adhesive instead of poured glue just in case I ever ordered anything. And then I started ordering more squares from Diamond Art Club and I went back to apples, and after I had, had the practice with both the paint gems and then with Paint the Moon, I was confident. I felt better about it. I was like, okay, I've got this. So I finished apples on that was beginning of the year, maybe January or February. And then someone saw her on Reddit and offered to buy her, like cite, just pictures, whatever. Asked me if I'd be willing to part with it. And I was like, yeah, I would. I think I would do that, because you don't really hear too much about people wanting to buy diamond paintings that were completed, because pretty much the people who would want to buy a diamond painting are the people who work on diamond paintings. So I said, absolutely, I will, sell you this. That's fine. But now I don't have her anymore. And, that's kind of a bummer because I really, really did like working on her. And the image is just, it's a good one. I remember getting into an argument on Reddit with someone about that canvas because when I posted the picture of my completion, this person, I don't know if it was I think it was a guy, I'm not positive, but the way, mm, well, let's just say the way that he was mansplaining shit to me, I had a very, very, very strong feeling that it was probably a guy, but I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. That said, the person was trying to, well, first, I think that they thought that they were being non-confrontational. We'll put that in quotes. He says, um, I wonder if the poster realizes that this is Baphomet and why anyone would choose to work on an image of Baphomet is beyond me. I I I had to take a minute before responding to this person because I was big mad. I First of all, you're you're insulting my choice. Even if it was Baphomet, you're insulting my choice and the painting that I completed. I take issue with that. Like if it's your taste, fine, whatever, but don't go peeing all over somebody's parade. Like I was very proud of the work that I got done on that, and for that person to just shit all over it was not cool in my mind, right? Well, so I respond. Beans, do not, sir. Come here. Beans, come here. Got something for you. I'm running out, but I got something. Beans. 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 Come and take this stanky fish from me, dude. Come here. Can you maybe close that back door? There you go. Okay. Um, but yeah, so don't don't pee all over somebody's choices. Like that's not cool. Well, then, secondly, apples is not Baphomet. It is not. It's a girl. Yeah, keyboard warriors are the worst. Seriously. It's a girl who happens to have, if you look very closely at it, she's holding two sticks in her hands, which are tied to the horns of a goat head. She's wearing like essentially a goat head on top of her head that she's holding up with sticks. It's symbolic. The apples is supposed to be, and this is from Christopher Lavelle himself, that apples is supposed to represent the harvest. It's supposed to represent those pagan traditions wherein apples are harvested, a basket is carried around, you share your bounties with others. Maban, okay, is the harvest. Well, one of the harvests. And so, like, the fact that he's arguing, he's like, this this Baphomet is holding this girl hostage, and I just find it to be a very disturbing image. And I said, like, okay, one, it's not Baphomet. I will educate you on that really quickly. I first of all, and I explained to him exactly what Apples was about, blah blah blah, that I should be able to pick any diamond painting I want to. So I didn't understand what his point was. Well, I'm a clinical psychiatrist and I just like understanding why people pick what they pick. Like really kind of accusatory. I was like, all right, why don't you just take your degree and go calm down somewhere? Uh, and then I explained, that the reason I picked it is because the image is beautiful and I am pagan and the imagery meant something. Like you see the pentagram or the pentacle, excuse me, not pentagram, hanging from the sticks or the horn, one of the two, I can't remember. But there's a pentacle made of sticks, and that is the sacred feminine. Like there's just all of this pagan symbolism in there. And I felt like he was just literally crapping all over it. And I was like, well, okay, dude, just because it's not to your taste, whatever. So not only did I have like, aha, y'all right over there, Dustin? You you want a big mini game? He's playing Mario Party. It just dropped, and so he took Thursday and Friday off of work so that he could play Mario Party. No judgment. Whatever he wants to do with his days off is his business. Um, except earlier you missed hearing him making some really questionable sounds. So I'm glad that's not happening anymore. Uh, but yeah, so there's some feelings attached to the canvas. One, because I really enjoyed it, and then two, because some social justice armchair social justice warrior was trying to teach me some sort of a lesson on something that he clearly knew nothing about. So that was fun too. Um, Apples was a dream. She was my first DAC. Oh wow. I waited almost a year to get her done. Got it for my son, but decided he probably wouldn't like it. Turns out he really likes it. I might gift it. Oh, okay. The smirk on the goat's face was everything for me. Yes. And that's the thing. The goat is a goat. It's not. I also explained to him, like, Baphomet is a very specific type of image. Like, it, yes, there's horns and a goat's head, but it has other things like the wings of a bat, the body of a man, the legs of a goat. Like, there's a whole host of things that goes into Baphomet being Baphomet. And I that's not a particular deity that I happen to follow or worship. So it was just like, it was a whole lot. It was like, dude, go sit down somewhere. But I did really, Beans, eat your salmon jerky. Eat it, dude. Oh boy, don't pretend like you're gonna eat it. You'll make him sad. And maybe he'll chew it or at least be more protective of it and be quiet. uh but yeah, it was just, there was a lot connected with that particular canvas for me. And it opened up a new realm of squares for me. Oh, there he goes, crunching the salmon skins. It opened a new realm for me of diamond paintings because prior to that, I only bought rounds. And for any of you guys that, prefer rounds, or, at least you've seen kind of how rounds are a little bit the redheaded stepchild of Diamond Art Club when it comes to drops or things with, a particular reason, like squares are better for details and things like that. Like, we know the ins and outs, pros and cons, but um for the longest time I would only purchase round canvases, not round canvases, round drilled canvases. And you knew what I meant. Uh so to have very few opportunities, because Diamond Art Club, they don't always release around every drop. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they've gone a couple of weeks without releasing around at all. And so, it opened a new realm for me of being able to do more diamond paintings because they just don't offer rounds as often. And I feel bad for people who are kind of solidly in the round camp. Leaky space blob. I have come to really dislike the DAC rounds. They're very gappy, in my opinion. I'm working on a little magic right now, and the gaps are ridiculous. The squares are perfection. So, what I've noticed is that I cannot use wow, a multi-placer over, say, a size like 6 with their rounds, because I run into issues with not being able to um like fit everything properly on the canvas, and that bothers me. Now, my understanding is that if you're using like one of those rulers, or if you are single placing, then your rounds are going to look better because of that. Only because then, you're working on straightening the drills immediately rather than waiting for um waiting for the end and then trying to fight with the glue setting and all of that to get everything into place. And that's always been a struggle for me because I'm really kind of a perfectionist. So if I keep it down below a six plate, like six and below placer, or I could use an eight placer, but I can't pick up more than at a time. Background grids are tighter now. Yeah. How fun would a round canvas be? The possibilities, portholes, rabbit holes, space. Yeah, right? Like just make the canvas round. I'd love it. I think that'd be fun. Um, but yeah, if as long as I am working on a multi-placer that is not larger than a six, then I don't have any issues with gapping with the Diamond Art Club rounds. But anything that is um a bigger multi-placer, I can pretty much guarantee that I'm going to run into issues like before I even start. So, it's all kind of in preference obviously, but I feel like if you're running into issues, you might be using too large of a placer, or maybe even trying to like single place and checkerboard or something like that, because that was where my issues were with regard to gapping, because their grid is pretty fairly tight. I always find that some kits I really love come in round and I only do squares. Yeah, see, and that's the thing too. Like the the kits that I am confused as to why they were put out in rounds is like, why did you release that in rounds? That would have probably been a better square. But that said, if they don't release some rounds, then the people who only do rounds have nothing to work on. So it's like a a double-edged sword in that way, unless they're a company that is willing to offer the kit in both styles, in round and square. Could you imagine doing like an actual round canvas and doing like a custom that is a um what sort of like a pothole cover, not pothole, a manhole cover? That'd be kind of cool. Or make it look like a rug with a cat sleeping on it. So you throw it on the floor and make it look like a rug. Or it could be like a porthole on a ship or something. And you'd hang it up on your wall and it would look like a porthole into the ocean or something. What are you whining about over there, sir? Sir whines a lot. You just needed to make some noises. Oh, don't do the high pitched whine, please. Oh boy, Beans. What's wrong, dude? He's getting whiny. It's funny because I took him on a walk before I started my live, so I know that's not his issue. At least I don't think so. And then what are you doing? Okay. Maybe take him on a quick wander in the car or something. That might be good. So yeah, I do love my round canvases. I like to have at least one round going. a round canvas that was a hobbit hole door. That would be really cool. Yeah. Which, round canvases do you have in your stash, Chrissy? Hi, Nancy, welcome. And I like to keep at least one round going in my whips at all time. Uh, one, because it's nice to get what I feel like is a little bit of a break from squares. Not that I dislike them or whatever, but it is nice to just have a little something different to look at, little something different to work on. Um, but the one thing that I have learned over time is like I really need to, like, if a kit is frustrating me, or because the picture is bad, or because the render is bad, or the glue is shitty. Ice cream. What are you over there talking about ice cream, Dustin? Oh, just gonna lay there and pout about nothing. About nothing. Hi, Rose. Hi, Leaky Space Blob. Diamond Dots rounds are the best, I think. They have resin rounds now, so that's definitely been helpful. Rose, people who see evil and sin everywhere are such religious girls, just ignore them. Yeah, honestly. I feel like, that's their hang up, not mine. Never has been my hang up. But yeah, so when I find that I am struggling really terribly with the canvas, I've determined that I just really need to recognize it more quickly and then decide what to do about it, instead of, pushing my way through working with a canvas that might not be as good of quality or whatnot, and just move on with my life. I've got so many canvases that I know I will like that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to um just keep plugging away that's not making me happy. The only issue then becomes, okay, so if, like, I don't, sorry, I'm looking for where did it go? Oh no, there we go. I don't want to throw anything out necessarily, but I don't want to force myself to work on a kit that's making me miserable. I have in the past, like, kept things in my roster and, forced myself to work on them. Or rather, Sarah would ask me if I've done hard things today, and I'd get mad and cuss a little bit and spit and be grumpy, when I really could have just, like, yes, having content is nice, and being able to give a post review for something that might not be as great is also lovely, but there's no need for me to finish a canvas that I hate to show everybody what I'm, like, giving up on, essentially. And Anthony from um Single and Placing, like, he had a kit that he was working on, and he actually decided to stop working on that kit, to just decide, nope, I'm gonna keep this up, because he wasn't enjoying the process anymore. And I think I might do well to do that for myself. I've never done a Diamond Dots kit. I've never seen them in stores. Oh, so our Diamond Dots are all over in Hobby Lobby and Joanne Fabrics. I don't see them as often in, like, um Michael's, or because they have Make Market brand. So it depends really on where you're trying to find it. There is a Diamond Dots website where you can pick up, you know, what you would see in a Joann's or a Hobby Lobby or like my Walmart does not have any diamond paintings. So when people say that they pop into Walmart for a snack size piece, I'm like, "Puh, my Walmart doesn't have that at all. So count yourself lucky." But yeah, I think I just need to figure out when to maybe decide to give up a little bit sooner, and I can still make content with the piece once I've either decided, okay, I need a break from this canvas, I'm really not having a good time, or to suck it up and work on the piece a little at a time and what have you. Walmart carries diamond dots. Same here in Southern Ontario, Canada, no diamond dots in my Walmart. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Like, I'm in North America, but have not seen, I have not seen them in my local Walmart. It's very weird. Oh, come on. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. That one. What are you giggling at over there?
This dude had a heart.
Oh. So I was saying the other night that like Mario Party Beans, enough, dude. Mario Party is a lot of fun, but I get way too competitive, like to the point where either A, I am not a nice person, or B, I get, oh, it's brutal. Great. Yeah, that'll be one I need to stay away from then. Oh, I bet. Well, and then when are you playing online or are you just playing by yourself?
I'm playing online. I think there's at least.
Oh, all right. Let's see. I'm Southern Ontario as well, knowing. Oh, sweet. I got my grandson his first canvas, a Diamond Dots from Hobby Lobby. He'll do just fine. I have a feeling I'll end up finishing it for him if he doesn't motivate. Uh, that's funny. Yeah, there's a pretty good sized group of you that are in Canada actually. No, I didn't say A. Oh, come on. There we go. But yeah, so I'm going to try in the future to be a little bit more mindful about what I decide to maybe continue to, because I can always make a video talking about the reasons that maybe I'm not going to keep going with a canvas, especially because I have many diamond painting kits to choose from. I can easily shop out of what I have in my stock and pick something else that's going to make me a little happier to work on rather than trying to force myself to complete a piece that might not be as almost bumped you. Um as frustrating, you know. Got my niece a bookmark from Michael's and she still hasn't finished it yet. That's how that goes usually. I had given just a snack sized AI piece or whatever to my son's friend, and they worked on it at the first couple of nights while they were over at our house, like nonstop. Couldn't get him to put it down. I said, okay, well, when you get it home, like, and you get it finished, I want to see a picture, you know, da da da. Well, I guess they got it home and then never really picked it up again. Well, that sucks. Not because I lost out on anything super expensive, because what was sorry, trying to see. I think I'll have enough. I think I'll have enough bills. It's it's cutting it a little bit short. A a whisker, a whisker of closeness. So, are you guys, excuse me, are you guys catching up on any TV or shows that you've been binging? I may need a new recommendation from people on what I might want to watch, slash, listen to while diamond painting. I know that Marissa was telling me that she got, sorry, train of thought, looking for drills that I'm, here we go. Yep, my brain just went blah, blah, blah. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I need something that I can watch. Miss Marissa was telling me that she got her like Disney and Hulu updated and combined so she can finish watching Buffy. Beans, dude. What are you barking at, sir? There's something out there that's like, are you almost done, Dustin? I thought you said there were 2 turns left. Oh, well, poops. Beans. Shooter, what's the issue? I'm trying to think of if Beans was excuse me, like if Beans was a human political candidate, what would his name be? Because he would be like the whiniest dog for president we've ever had. You know, considering all of the whiny dog presidents we've had, he would definitely be the whiniest. His wine would be the biggliest wine that the whole world has ever seen. Yeah?
Yeah.
You lost that round? Are you playing online?
Yeah.
Oh, so you could potentially get your ass handed to you?
Oh yeah.
You versus a bunch of 13-year-old children from some other country?
Yep.
Beans, enough, dude. Like, you don't have a couple of minutes. I would like to do something right now. I think I'm going to be fine. There will be enough drills in this color to finish the rest because I don't know that there's much beyond this paper in this color. Not too a small section here and some random stuff out there. And I think that'll be enough though. Yeah, not too bad. Like actually like kind of a big color blocky type section. What kind of shows do I like? Beans. Dude.
Close the door.
Right? And then you can sit out on the porch and bark at the neighbors all you want to. I like, okay, so to tell you what shows I help you know like what genre of shows that I like. Okay, I really enjoy Buffy and Angel. I preferred Angel over Buffy personally. I know, blasphemer. I'm aware. Uh I really like Bridgerton. I really like The Masked Singer is my guilty pleasure. I'm almost a little embarrassed to admit that, but I really, really, really enjoyed The Masked Singer. I haven't finished the current season yet. I'm working on that. The season that I'm on is the one with the goldfish. If anybody has watched that, the goldfish, the clock, and who else is in the finals? The goldfish, the clock, and something else that I cannot remember for some weird reason. Beans. Dude, what's your damage, man? Can you relax a little bit? No? So I totally can't relax at all. If he were a political candidate, his name would be Filibuster Jones. Because I have a feeling that this dog could fill beans. You want to come here and be Filibuster Jones by me? He's like, not unless you're walking me somewhere, lady. Hell no. But at least he doesn't have yeah, no spoilers on Masked Singer. Please and thank you. Because I have not seen to the end and I don't want to give away who anybody was. But I really enjoy Masked Singer. What else? CSI from like the 2000s. It, was that for me? That you're saying, oh, okay, figuring things out. Um, CSI from like the early 2000s. Loved CSI. I like true crime. So I recently watched the it wasn't a documentary, it was just like a live action version of the Mendez brothers case. And I always hate all of that because, sorry, the heck am I going with this? There we go. There we are. Uh, what else? Yeah, so I enjoyed the Mendez brothers, Ryan Murphy. I was like, you get upset because somehow Ryan Murphy gets you to like feel sympathy for them, and that's a little hard. crime space for a while. The Delphi trial is happening now. Oh, I don't know. Sure. I'll have to look into that. My friends and I still play Among Us, and I'm convinced everyone on there is 12, especially when they start saying what the Sigma? What does that mean? What the Sigma? Yes, I've watched all of Dairy Girls. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Um, what else have I watched? I recently took someone's recommendation and watched something, a special, well, series that was called The Perfect Couple. And that one was really good. Really, really good. It's sort of like a mystery thriller whodunit sort of thing, but kind of sad and kind of hilarious all at the same time. Um, see. Mm, what else? What else have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of YouTube, but not um like I watch diamond painting content. I will go and catch up on people's videos and I'll watch whip and chats and I'll watch small shop hauls or things like that, but I haven't been watching as much in lieu of watching um Casper site who is on YouTube. He like reacts to scary, like, people claiming that their house is haunted, like that sort of footage or whatever. And he is very, very, very funny. I've also been watching a lot of um Beans being a punk. You punk. I've also been watching a lot of sort of like um uh political commentary, I guess would be a word I could use. Like Beans, seriously, dude. How far are you from brief moment? Beans. Hey, Beans. I'm gonna give it to Sugar. Come here. Come here, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Sugar if you don't stop it. I can peel it in half and right here we go. Eat that. Yeah, there you go. Go eat that and stop barking. Just trying to buy Dustin 2 minutes. um, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh, political stuff. So I'll watch political commentary, like, the Midas Touch or Jimmy Kimmel or Jon Stewart. Been rewatching one of my favorite shows, a single season historical fiction called The White Queen. Oh, that sounds cool. Okay. No real crime for me. I will stick to my eye candy shows. Supernatural, Chicago Fire, Blue Bloods. Fair. Okay. Killing Eve is good, at least in the beginning. Yeah, so I also, oh gosh, what else? And I I really have to limit how much political stuff that I will allow myself to watch because otherwise it becomes less informational and more um like anxiety inducing. And I love to laugh about, laugh in the face of politics and whatnot, which is why I watch um Jon Stewart and Jimmy Kimmel. They give like little, I don't know, 5 to 10 minute monologues about whatever's going on with that day. But if I watch too much of that, I start to get really, really, really anxious, and um I can't get relaxed again. So that's not awesome. But I gotta be informed. You know what I mean? Like I have to be informed enough to be able to make a informed decision when I go to vote. But some of that can be very polarizing and just oh, okay, getting distracted over here. Meow. Watching something. Um, yeah, I don't know. I love recommendations, but I want to I was over here looking at shutters, looking at me. Almost fell out of my chair, like leaning over, trying to reach her, but then she kept backing away from me. Let me see if I can get her this time. Come here, sugar. Look it. Here we go. Oh, sugar, do, 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 do. What do you got in your mouth? You been eating feathers? Gross. Look at you. Look at the sugar. There she is. She got her tongue sticking out a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. You got her little tongue sticking out. Yeah. Oh, sugar. Do, 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 do. I am a distraction. Do, 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 do. Go back down. Got nothing for you. Yeah, and honestly, like I could probably sit and doom scroll politics forever too. It's just not good for my mental health to do that. I had to talk to my therapist about that because I become so freaking anxious. And it doesn't help that, especially right now, um, certain political parties are very, very good at like catastrophizing things. And I mean, both parties really, when you think about it, but uh, it it it's a very scary landscape right now, and I don't love that. And I get worried. I get worried about what's going to happen, and then it's like, you know, it it's it ends up just being whatever it is for 4 years, whether you like the candidate or you don't like the candidate. It's sort of like you just deal with whatever it is for 4 years until it's time for the next thing. But I do feel like in our current political climate, it is very, very important that no matter what the heck you believe in, that you should go out and vote, you know? Okay, so I did see Tracker come out, and the actor was in This Is Us as Kevin, and I loved him in that show. And he's a decent looking dude. Uh, so I thought about checking out Tracker. So might need to, I don't know exactly what the premise is though. That's the only thing. Like what that show is supposed to be about. But I'll have to do some research on that one. Because I did like him in This Is Us, and I think he's a good actor. Would not mind seeing uh Sterling K. Brown in something. Yeah, Andy. For sure, for sure. The good thing about American politics is that it makes me grateful every day to be Canadian. Yeah, I imagine that's probably true. Oh my God. We are just a mess right now. Just a big, big mess right now. We'll get there eventually, hopefully, you know. Um, but yeah, so I'll check out Tracker. I'll see what that's about. But I do like period dramas. No, Dustin, shut your mouth. Just shut up. You don't need to make a comment about that. Um, yes, a bunch of menstruating women. That's what I like to watch. Um, I like to no, no, be quiet. You need to just shut up. Uh, so it's like I seeing that there was a new show, well, a new show, but on an old book by Jane Austen called Persuasion. And so I was maybe going to start that one. But I do like, sort of historical fiction, romancy type dealies. I've never seen Pride and Prejudice. So I thought, okay, I'll watch that because I think it's on Netflix with Colin Firth. And I was told that, you know, that's going to be most, here we go. Accurate. Okay. Come on, stick. There we go. Sometimes with the Ghost, I have to make sure that I dirty it up really well, or after a while when I'm laying drills, it will get stickier and stickier. So I gotta make sure I'm. Yeah, I want to watch the one with Colin Firth because I was told that that is the one to watch because it is the better version. I don't really know. I wouldn't know the difference, which one is better and which one isn't, but I'm told it's the most um accurate to the books. And I do enjoy a story that stays kind of close to the source material. I like I like the I like it to do more than just vaguely reference the source material, you know? I love the 2008 BBC Sense and Sensibility. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming out, Mia. I know it's late for you, right? You said that it was going to be approaching 1 a.m. for you. Oh, beans. Really, dude? Why? I thought you said a couple minutes stuff. How dare you?
Getting the response.
Finally finished kidding up your static hell and you're going to bed. Oof, goodness. Dustin's in his apparently final mini game. Just viewing results now. What time are we at?
Pull it off with bonus.
Yeah, because I have another 45 minutes. I'm not barking, but if you'd like me to, I can. I can find something back of your head if you would enjoy that. I got a box right here. It would hit you just square right in the back of the head. You'd be like, bang. But yeah, so
Oh,
Sense and
bonus stars
Sensibility,
bar.
that's another one that I have not seen or read. Didn't really read a lot of Jane Austen. So I guess I'm already a little behind there. But if I can watch something, I'll watch it. That's just fine. Sorry, he's still barking his stupid head off.
Come here.
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Oh, I've heard good things about that. You will love The White Queen. It's based on the books by Philippa Gregory. Sounds right up your alley. Is that on Hulu or Netflix? Sense and Sensibility with Emma Thompson, Kate Winslet, Hugh Grant, Alan Rickman. Ooh, okay. Oh, did you steal that from him, Sugar? Oh, I bet he doesn't even know. Sugar stole your treat, Beans. Because you're too busy out there barking at nothing. Beans. You lost after all of that? Boo. That's kind of lame. Okay. Can you Beans? Why you gotta be so obnoxious? I don't understand. Filibuster Jones. Buster Jones is not in bounds. Yep. Yes. Yes, that is Dustin, who knows the words. Cat's the music song. Beans, enough. You shouldn't have left it. Now she's eating it. You gave it to her because you didn't take it. And you better stay away from her because she will chew at your face. Yeah, I better grab her and put her under the table with that. Come here, Sugar. I'm not with you. The table with it where he can't get at you. So there we go. Nope, keep it down there. Beans, no. You left it. You left it behind. So you stay away from her with that. Yeah, like the other day, I gave her one of the little salmon fingers or whatever to try. And she was up on the couch. She was minding her business. Yes, that's what I said. Salmon fingers was my nickname in high school. But he sorry about that slamming. That was Dustin just letting the gate slam. I don't know why you gotta be such a rude jerk. Yeah, well, I appreciate your candor. Oh Lord. Whatever you do, you got to take him somewhere so I can move her away from me chewing because her breath is terrible. All right, thank you. See you in a little while. Just keep him away till 9:30, okay? Something like that. But yeah, she was on the couch and she was having one of the salmon fingers, minding her own business, chewing away at it for her, and she just went ape shit. Like she was not happy, went after his face. He defended himself, but like defending himself against a dog that is not even the size of his own head is dangerous to the dog that is not even the size of his own head. So I had to essentially separate her off of his face. It was just a whole thing. So I can't have him getting up in her face when she's got a treat because she gets really territorial about treats. And understandably, she's just a teeny tiny dog, whatever. But he could really, really hurt her if I'm not paying attention to what they're doing. And he's too dumb to realize, like, I probably shouldn't put my face next to her face while she's chewing on something. Because she's tiny and he just doesn't think anything of it. Well, anyways, okay, so I'll put tracker on the list. And then you said the White Queen is on stars. I'll have to check. I have Prime, but I'll take a look and see if that's available for me to watch on Prime. I have Prime and Paramount Plus, so really, there we go. And then I know that there's a new season of RuPaul's Drag Race for like queens around the world or whatever it is. See, I also like that the ghost, like, it gives you good pops too, if you can get the drill off there once it gets too sticky. But you gotta dirty it. It's almost like after you've placed more drills for a little while, it's like it reconstitutes the sticky. So you gotta dirty it again. But it's really good stuff. There we go. So yeah, I'll check out, see if I can find, I better actually write some of this down so I don't forget about it. All right, so we're looking at the White Queen. Is on Prime. And then Tracker was on, I forget if that was Netflix or Hulu, but I know it's on one of those and I know I have it. Check that out. And then, yeah, if you have something else to recommend, I'm all I gotta have something to sort of binge while I'm diamond painting. Because, like I said, I will sit and I'll listen to YouTube, or like today, I was sort of stalking people's lives, not like stalking people while they were live on YouTube is a better way to put that. Not stalking people's lives. Like I wasn't just like looking people up on Facebook and finding out more about their, I mean, I could do that, but that's not what I was doing. Not while I was diamond painting. That would be hard to do. But I was watching people on lives today and hanging out, diamond painting, and listening to what was going on, which was pretty fun. I got a bunch of content like recorded or whatever, but I've got to get it edited and then scheduled, because a couple of things are like time sensitive. They have to be released specific time. Like my Captured by Radiance sneak peek, that has to be released on a specific day. And then some other stuff I need to get out before a specific time. Oh, okay. So for those who are in the chat, are you interested in taking a survey? It is still kind of in the beta phase right now. We're just kind of, I'm okay. Marissa and I came up with the survey. Marissa's going to be talking about, and I'm going to be talking about some of the questions like on our channels. But we are right now, like, we've got the questions in the survey And we're just looking for people, one, to take the survey, see how long it takes you to get it done. I will warn you, the questions are a little spicy. They are not like just, oh, how many diamond paintings do you have? What do you like to, whatever. Um, it's more like they're more serious questions than that. Like, questions, do you think that FOMO is the responsibility of the consumer to manage or for companies to be more ethical? Like those sorts of questions. Um, like yes, it does ask you some general demographic questions at the beginning, like whether or not you like squares or rounds and, you know, how long you've been diamond painting. But the rest of it is like a little bit more deep dive type questions, not just how many you have in your stash and whatever. So if anybody is interested, like taking the survey and beta testing it, um, if you have any specific comments about like the question in particular, you can either put a comment right underneath that question or uh, there's comment sections all over it where you could leave a comment about whatever, or if you want to shoot me a message in Discord or something like that. I will put the link to it. Hold on a moment. Orton Earl. There we go. Okay, I will put the link into the chat. Yeah, no person, it's not going to ask you for any personal information, not even an email address. It doesn't ask you your name. It's all anonymous. And I'm not going to share any of the information that you put in there with companies or anything like that. It is totally anonymous. The link is in the chat. And if you'd like to, you can go and take that survey. But if you would not mind, just a rough estimate of how long it takes you to take the quiz is useful. If you could just shoot that to me in a Discord message, that would be wonderful. Just so I kind of have an idea, because it seems like it's taking people, depending on if they actually put in comments, anywhere from like 5 to 15 minutes or longer if somebody was really thinking hard about their answers, or if they were actually like critiquing the survey, trying to tweak the question or whatever. So shouldn't take terribly long, and it's a really I would say it's kind of a spicier quiz, or a survey. I like it personally. Hi, Naomi. May I ask you, are you on live later, as I couldn't sleep and got up and I see you're on now? I am going to be live here on YouTube for another like 30 minutes. And then I'll be on the Discord after, if that's what you're asking. Because we always do Discord after dark after the lives. All right, 3811. I'm getting close to done with my square. I might even be able to finish this square before we finish the live. That'd be good. Okay. But yeah, I think it's a really interesting survey. I felt like, you know, I would be interested to answer those questions because there's some doozies in there. But it's going to help Marissa, because Marissa is going to be using, and me eventually, I'll be using some of those questions for content on my own channel, kind of talk about my opinions on the survey questions. And then we will be sharing results, general results, not, I mean, if you put in a specific comment, just keep in mind your comment might be read out loud, but it's not going to have your name attached or anything. Nobody would know who you are when you say it. Yeah, we did that on purpose. We didn't even want it to collect like an email address for people, just so people didn't feel like, oh God, they're gonna know who I am when I answer these questions or whatnot. And we didn't want anybody to feel too nervous to answer, you know, the questions. Yeah, you can do it now. You can do it anytime you want. Anytime you want. Yeah, it'll be useful too, I think. I mean, granted, I don't know that any diamond painting companies would. Ooh, I keep bumping you, my head. I don't know if any diamond painting companies in particular would like really listen to the results. I think it would be useful for them to do that because there's a lot of questions on there that would be useful to companies, but we'll see. We will see. And I think it's interesting ones that like questions on there that I thought would go a specific direction did not end up going in that direction. And so, yeah, some of them ended up taking left turns where I thought they would take right turns and right turns where I thought they were going to take left turns, and nothing wrong with that at all. Data is very interesting to me anyways. Just because, it's fascinating to me uh when you get data together. That said too, we are going to be like opening that fully to the public on the 25th. And when we do that, when we open it to the public, for people who are content creators themselves, we're going to be reaching out in different ways to people to say, like, hey, would you share this with your subscribers? Because sometimes the ones that you have are not the same ones that I have. Like, I thought it was amazing that I'll go on somebody else's channel and people who comment on their stuff, I've never seen their names before. And I mean, granted, we're all going to have kind of our little pockets of subscribers, and then there's going to be some crossover, but it was really amazing to me uh how there was less crossover in some instances than I thought there would be. I forgot a whole little groupie here of these eights. But yeah, just really interesting questions. I think they're good ones. And yeah, I might just be saying that because I came up with them. Not all of them, but I came up with a number of those questions. But I will probably not be giving my answers to anything until maybe after the event. One, because it doesn't have anything to do with the event, but uh, I I just like the event to be the event time, and then the survey to be for after. That way, if anybody has butthurt feelings about anything that I might say, oh, I don't think I'd have super controversial opinions, but if somebody has butthurt opinions and feelings about things that I might have opinions on, then they won't associate it with the event. I don't think my opinions are going to be super controversial though. At least I don't believe they will be. I think my opinions will probably end up reflecting a lot of what other people have already said, which I suppose in its way could be considered controversial. but not really. It's just whether or not you're willing to say certain things out loud. And I mean, I guess I don't really fear that because I don't have any, like, I know how to say things in a tactful way. And if I don't, the beauty is that you record your content beforehand. Like, I wouldn't necessarily give those answers on a live where I didn't have time to, like, you know, um, actually ponder the question and like give a well thought out answer that was politic. The other thing is, I know that um, once Marissa had a chance to go through and answer the questions and whatever, she's also going to invite other content creators to answer the questions themselves on their channels if they're willing, if they're brave. Hi, Allison. Welcome to the channel. I hope that you find lots to enjoy here. My name's Naomi. This is House of Miscellanea Diamond Painting. Saturday nights are usually my live is like talking about art and art history and things that have to do with art. But tonight I thought we're gonna go old school. I'm just gonna talk about whatever the hell comes to my brain and work on my diamond painting and go, because that's the mode I'm in tonight. See, nothing. All right. H's, nothing there. I'm starting to get into the area where it's going to be all the ABs. And like, there's a lot of ABs that go on here. Oh, you thought you missed it? Well, welcome. Hi, Francois. How have you been? Yeah, you missed some, but you didn't miss all of it. And I'm not doing like art history type stuff tonight. Just chilling and chatting. Now, here's a question, you guys. Would you be interested if, like, maybe I limit the art based content to like once a month, and then the rest of the time I was to like bring guests on here? Is that something that you would be more interested in viewing, or are you liking the art type content and lessons? I mean, I'm not trying to make it a lesson, it just ends up being that, but because I want to try and obviously get some artists on here. I've been talking about that for forever. It's just a matter of like reaching out to artists and whatever. But if people would rather see like, other content creators or something like that on here, I'm open to just about anything. What canvas am I working on? I am working on a canvas that is called Lodo Lunar. It is from Lazy River Crafts. I will show you a picture. Right now it's upside down, but this is, hold on. Light back over here. This is Lodo Lunar. And I am up in this corner right here because I'm just about done with it. So what you're seeing is like this. That's what you're seeing right now. I'm like right here. It's right in here. And she is pretty. She is very, very pretty. Trying to fix a gap that I have in here. That was my own darn fault. There we go. But yeah, the rest of this is mostly going to be ABs, which I'm not super, super excited about, but there it is. 37 is D's. D's, nope, not going to say it. What's up, Noelle? How you doing, lady? Long time no see you. And then yeah, after this, doing the we will be doing the Discord after dark, which takes place on the Discord in the general chat. And we just discuss random crap, whatever comes to our mind. Sometimes we talk about diamond painting, sometimes we talk about life generally, what have you. But we just keep it cute for the most part. It is starting to get to a point in the year where, life is a little dreary and drab. And so sometimes that can leak into your mental spot. And so I'm trying to make it that when we go into the Discord, that some of the bitching or complaining is down to like a 10-minute maximum. And then I will find a way to change the subject because I've noticed that, this time of year, people start getting grumpier, they start getting more on edge. And I don't want anybody to think that like all that the Discord is for is like venting and complaining. So I'm trying to be more mindful about like kind of shutting that down a little bit sooner so that people don't have to listen to it. I know that my mood gets affected by other people's moods and not always in a good way, you know? You like the art history? Well, then maybe um maybe I can do like a guest once a month. Like do it the opposite way. Like do the art stuff more and the guest list less often. I think that would be fun just to bring other YouTubers on once a month or something like that. Um Eve Noelle is one of my favorite human beings like on the planet, and she is going to hit her 1 year of sobriety on the 18th of December. Would love to see guests. I see it going well for other creators. I think so too. Um, I think that it also like brings eyeballs to other creators that might not have as many subscribers or whatever. And I think I can, like just hanging out. It doesn't even have to be me asking questions of any specific variety. To be sort of like a hangout for everyone. And so yeah, I will keep that in mind because it's something that I thought would be fun to do. Sometimes I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my Lord, what the hell am I going to talk about tonight? I got nothing. But if I had somebody that was, every now and again on here with me, it'd be one less week where I'd have to plan any specific type of content. I don't have to try and do any research on it. You know what I mean? Like it's all kind of built in with just having somebody here. But yeah, must have had a busy week, huh, Noel? Since you've just been absent and not on the Discord. I just so angry about it. This is my seriously angry voice. Something like that. Oh, I'm not sure I explained what I was trying to say. On a Saturday, I watch your live at 11 or 12 midnight ish, but tonight I got up at 3 a.m. Oh. So, okay. Um, I am it's Saturday today. Duh, right? So Angela, I go live on YouTube on Tuesdays and Saturdays. The Tuesday live is at 4 p.m. Central, which works out to be in the morning, I think, for you guys. I don't remember. But I go on at 4 p.m. Central on Tuesdays. And then Saturdays and Thursdays. But Saturdays I go live on YouTube at 7:30 p.m. Central, which is like, 2 or 3 in the morning your time by the time that I'm done. So the one that you're probably thinking of is the other live. That's when I do, like, trivia on Tuesdays, and then once a month, the last Tuesday of the month, I plan on doing tutorials on Tuesdays, like live tutorials, Q&A sort of deal. Excuse me. So that's probably what you're thinking about, is I'm usually on earlier, but that's Tuesdays. I also do a 7:30 p.m. Central live Twitch on Thursdays. But that's on Twitch specifically, not on YouTube. So, not sure which of those. Maybe I think you were thinking of Tuesdays. That's a little bit earlier in the day for me. Whereas this live is 7:30 p.m. my time when I go on. I hope that all made sense. But yeah. Oh, well, congratulations on your 41 years clean. Woo, goodness. Goodness, goodness. Angela's 5 or 6 hours ahead of me. Time is 3:15 and it's 9:15 where I'm at. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 6 hours ahead. Okay. So then, yeah, on Tuesdays, when I go on at 4 p.m., it's 10 p.m. your time. So it's still late, but it's earlier than the live on Saturdays, which is at 7:30 p.m. my time, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30 a.m. your time. Just kind of depends on if you're a super night owl or not, I guess. Tuesdays and Saturdays, I'm live on YouTube at different times, but I am. If you look at my playlists, it'll show you like the past lives from Tuesdays and Saturdays. Like if you go to my channel, there's playlists there for the lives on Tuesday and the lives on Saturdays. Which I do actually really enjoy making. Like, it's lives are nice because it's content for your channel, but it's not one that you do all the editing and you do all the stuff and whatever. Like, it's kind of already built in as content that you don't have to do much with, which is kind of nice. Although I feel like I do way more preparing for a live than I do for um like just recorded unboxings or post reviews or whatever. I've got to do like way more research. I've got to look up artists and their mediums and whatever the hell. Service has been a huge part of recovery for me. I choose to recovery out loud. Yes, same here. So I hit my 5 years um, back in July. And so I am very much about recovery. Noelle is she's not my sponsee or anything like that, but I definitely feel like I have kind of an active role in Noelle's recovery. At least I feel like I do. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Noelle. I feel like she won't shut up about no. Noelle will be like, no, you don't help me with my recovery. You annoy me. Like, oh damn. Oh dip. Get out of there. There we go. But I am very, very, very much about recovery, and at least speaking about addiction and or alcoholism and recovery because um to break through some of the stigmas that surround addiction and alcoholism because there's a lot of misconceptions about what an addict looks or sounds like and what an addict can or cannot accomplish in their life. And I'm trying to, break down some of those barriers because I want to show current addicts that there's another way, there's a parallel path, and trying to show them that they can take that. So when Noelle was talking about, do I want to start a channel? Do I not want to start a channel? I was like, of course you want to start a channel. But everybody's journey is so freaking unique. You just don't know what's going to be good, a good idea for one person and a bad idea for another, you know? Like there's a lot of people that I think, like Eve, what you were saying is like it takes a lot to do YouTube, especially in your first year of recovery, because there's just a lot happening in that first year, definitely. But I think it's given, and I'm far be it for me to speak for you, Noelle, but I think it's given Noelle something to really like focus, a good thing to focus on. Yeah. Oh man, I'm just reading comments. This community has so many people with all kinds of challenges that were accepted, oh, that we are accepted more so here than in society at large. Very true. Very, very true. Oh, check my time. Yes, thank you, Michelle. Um, yeah, I feel like there's in diamond painting specifically, there are a lot. Oh, that's a question I should have added to that survey is whether or not people identify as having mental health issues. I'm willing to bet that the percentage is 100, but without asking the question, dang it. Okay, I got to add that to the survey. And remind myself of that too. Um okay. So it is getting to be about 7 minutes until I wrap things up for the night and we head over to Discord after dark. Now, if you are not part of the Discord, you are more than welcome to join us on Discord. It is totally free, does not cost anything to join. And we really do have a lot of fun over there. We kind of keep the discussion going. And whether it is about what I've talked about tonight or just, like I said, general chit chat, whatever, you can feel free to join us in the conversation. We go into, once you get on there, a voice channel that is called Dazzler Hangout. It's just a general, and it'll say like Discord After Dark afterward. If you do want to come and join us tonight, uh, there's usually somebody that one jumps on there right away and is available to chat immediately. We start trickling in over time, and then usually there's people on there until the wee hours of the night, really, just chatting about whatever. We take turns apparently falling asleep in the Discord. Um, just, because we're listening, chatting, whatever. Too tired to be up until 4 in the morning, but stay up anyways, sort of deal. So yes, if you do want to join us in the Discord, um, if Miss Michelle, would you mind please linking the Discord one last time before we hop out and get started there? And then I will um, I will be wrapping some things up. Now, a reminder to those of you who are in the chat, if you are interested and you did not take like the beta survey and you want to take the actual survey when it opens, that is going to be opening up on the 25th of this month. And those questions that you see on there, might grow. Like I said, there's one or two questions I'd like to add. And if you see anything wrong with it and you're beta testing the survey, like I said, just leave those comments for me so that I can look it over, make adjustments where necessary. And then for more information about the survey, one, follow along with my channel, or you can also check out Marissa at Marissa on Diamonds and Thoughts, and she will be kind of officially opening that survey for everybody once it once. But otherwise, you guys, I hope that you are having a good evening, that you are taking care of yourselves and making the best mental health and general health questions for yourself that you can. Don't forget to, we've been sitting here for a couple of hours, so just make sure that you're getting up off your butt, get a little stretch in there, in between squares or whatever. Just take a quick stretch break, move it around, get a snack, hydrate, all the things. And yeah, Michelle, I didn't point at you that you're the one who falls asleep, but I'm not saying you're not the one who falls asleep in Discord. But yeah, you guys, just like I said, as ever, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, that you are having a phenomenal morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I will hopefully see you guys in the Discord. And before we completely wrap it up, please, if you would like to, go ahead and drop your channel. If you have a channel and you would like to have maybe people take a look at your channel and possibly subscribe, you are welcome to drop your links in the chat. It's not locked to like you not being able to put any links in the chat. Go ahead and link to your channels and people can check you out at their leisure. Otherwise, if you're in the Discord, there is actually a spot where you can share your YouTube and, videos that you've made. You can share anything you want there. Only thing, just, maybe don't share the same video over and over, but share as often as you want there for all of your videos. I don't mind at all. Otherwise, you guys, I am going to wrap up so that I can see you guys in Discord and we can have our good chat for the night. And I hope I see you there. Otherwise, I'm very, very glad I got to hang out with you. And thanks for, thanks as ever for an Saturday night. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by liking my videos, commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel. You can also send me a coffee or a super chat, or you can become a member of the channel, or you can check out my Amazon wish list. Links for all of those are in the description if you want to check that out. And hopefully I will, like I said, I'll see you in the Discord, okay? I'll have a fantastic night, you guys, and see you again really soon. Bye bye.